Detransitioner wins $2 million after 3-week groundbreaking medical malpractice lawsuit. Vinny, I'm coming to you with this one here. Rob, do we have a clip? I don't think we have a clip on this one. Okay. A jury awarded a young woman $2 million after finding 2 medical professionals liable for malpractice in connection with a sex change procedure performed on her when she was a minor. Fox Variant 22 sued both a psychologist and plastic surgeon involved in carrying out a double mastectomy on her in Westchester County, New York in 2019 when she was a transgender identifying 16-year-old. Varian, who now works as an actress and no longer considers herself to be a transgender, is the first known detransitioner to win a civil medical malp. There's going to be so many of these.
Oh, I can't wait.
Let alone take such a case to trial. Multiple outlets reported the $2 million juror awarded the woman, including $1.6 million for suffering she endured as a result of the procedure and an additional $400,000 to cover her future medical expenses. The Epoch Times reported Varian's attorney had asked for $8 million, a significantly larger in total damages, according to the outlet. Vinny, thoughts?
What a victory for God and another loss for the devil. This is such a huge win, but not for every parent. We've been screaming for how much since I've come to this podcast. We have been talking nonstop about this insanity about them taking children. Guys, how old was she initially? 14? 14 years old? Let me just make sure. Oh, at 16, she was giving testosterone. At 13, she was put on puberty blockers. Like, what are we talking about? They rushed a vulnerable kid into a irreversible medical decision without doing the work. No mental health care, no pausing and sitting down and talking to her. Zero accountability. Just rush. And on an older podcast, we did a case study on how much money, Tom, how much money is involved with this. That's why all this big pharma and all these people, they don't give a damn about your kids. There's no compassion involved. And this is adults confusing kids and steering them into permanent harm while they hide behind their freaking credentials. Okay, this goes against common decency and it goes against God. And I love look at how everything that we're talking about, guys, it's evil. Evil in the church, evil with these people talking about what they're talking about. It's just evil, and God keeps winning. And I love that. This is, to me, one of the best stories that's out. And what matters the most is the precedent, okay? The shield is cracking, and it's cracking before our eyes. The lie that no one can be held responsible just got blown apart. Parents were right. We were right. The kids were right, even though they were all freaking misled. And the people who pushed this knew exactly what they were doing, Tom. So anyone who knowingly steers kids away. What were we talking about in the back, Tom? Was it Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12? Any of you that leads children, these little ones, the Bible says, astray or cause them to sin, it's better for you to have a millstone tied around your neck and thrown into the deepest depths of the ocean. And Tom, what's the significance about the depth of the sea? Because God sees everything. Why did God say go down there?
He wasn't talking about how bad it would be to drown.
No.
He was talking about you need to be at the depths of the earth where I cannot find you when I come to bring final judgment on the world. What I think is interesting about this case, and you brought up, and thank you for bringing it up with passion, the first words, a jury awarded, and it was in New York Supreme Court. Pat, you know what it means if you bring this in New York Supreme Court? It means that the plaintiffs are probably going to appeal. And so you're going to go to the Circuit Court of Appeals, and it's going to go to the Supreme Court. Remember the name Varian. It's it's kind of a unique, recognizable name. I think this is going to be a Supreme Court precedent.
Beautiful.
And I think this is because they have to. And it was filed in New York Supreme Court so that they could get the strength of decisions. And I don't think she's going to get the money right now. What's going to happen is they're going to appeal it, then they're going to appeal it. And if this goes to the Circuit Court and the jury decision is upheld, then they have to go to the Supreme Court. And if it goes to the Supreme Court, you know what you have? Permanent precedent.
I love that.
That's what you have.
It'll be like Varian versus something will be the case that they'll study.
And everybody will say, hey, my 13-year-old, I got divorced. I'm a father. My crazy ex-wife did this for one of my kids. You see it coming, Pat? I want the Varian precedent, and I want these people held responsible. I think it's going to be a precedent.
Oh, Tom, it's going to be so nasty, so ugly. And this set the tone for everybody.
I love it.
It is going to be so ugly, so nasty. The videos of saying, what's wrong? He says, the Asian guy says, my son told me he's a girl. And who am I to not let my 3-year-old son say he's a girl, be a girl? These people were
Captured.
evil to allow this to happen. We watch these things over and over and over again. By the way, you know what could happen? You know what could be the biggest celebrity scandal case? Dwayne Wade could be the big celebrity scandal case.
Wow.
Because his wife said, wait till he's 18. Wait till he's 18. Wait till he's 18. In the next year, 2 years, 3 years. You know this Ryan Reynolds guy that was extremely likable at one point? You thought he was a cool guy. I saw a clip with him, the way he talked to a kid. And it was so rude. And I'm like, wow, look how bad his Q score is today with his wife. What's his wife's name?
Blake Lively?
From
Blake Lively. Gossip Girl.
Age of Adeline or whatever it is, whom I loved in that movie. I saw Ryan Reynolds talk to a kid on the red carpet, the way he spoke. Rob, you have to play this clip. You have to play this clip. Ryan Reynolds.
He's
Actor,
to
tequila
kid.
owner.
I
I think he's now got a cell phone company.
wish I had this.
He's
video
Hollywood
to
elite.
show you guys.
Him and his wife.
I wish I had this video to show you guys. Can you find it, Rob, or no?
Oh,
I'm
you're
looking.
looking.
Oh my God! So
He changed when he had some entrepreneurial success, Pat. And I read an article that he just has this huge ego, like unbelievable because of an entrepreneurial success he had. But up in the venture capital community, it's like, dude, you were born into this investment world on third base, and you think you hit the triple.
where do you check on Instagram when you save videos? Where do you go to see the place where you save videos?
Saved?
Save videos.
Ooh.
Of a
go
bad-
to your
is that it?
settings and then.
This is it. Yeah, this is it, Rob. Go ahead. Watch this.
Oh, what's that? Hi, little guy. What's up? What's going on? I know. It's like I'd get halfway down there and be like, I'm a monster. I know. I'm so sorry. What's your question for me, buddy?
Hi, Ryan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let's skip to the question.
Why is there so much Chipotle mayo on your Tim Hortons breakfast?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I wish I had some control over that. But you know what I can do? I can send a strongly worded letter to the chef over at Tim Hortons. Consider it done, young man. What's your name? Liam? Okay, Liam. I'll make it downright vicious. But I'm gonna just say it's from you, though.
Any of your iconic lines inspired by John?
Oh, what's that? Hi, little guy. What's up?
I don't know. Like,
Get to the question.
yeah. Let me tell you. I get with the question. You know, this scandal you're seeing that happened with this kid, $2 million, supposed to be $8 million. They paid a 1.6 plus 400,000. Watch if this happens next 2 to 4 years. Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade, and his ex-wife.
Wow.
You don't think she's calling a lawyer right now?
Of course.
How quickly do you think she's calling a lawyer right now, saying that if that's the case, hey, what are we doing?
Of course.
With what Dwayne did. And I told him I didn't want to do this, and that's documented. Again, these are the stories that we followed
Oh.
Can I add to that?
that was being talked about.
They've
Go
got
ahead, Adam.
case precedent. Wait till this becomes Supreme Court precedent.
So this comes down to the power of equilibrium, and nature is healing. You know, like every action has an equal and opportunity, equal opposite reaction. You know, Rob, do you have those Bill Maher stats? Tell me if you think this stat is actually going to change. Remember the stat that Bill Maher was like, we're just getting gayer and gayer and gayer, and everyone's going to be gay by 2030. There's a couple of these things right now. Actually, I think he's going to be wrong, because I think a lot of parents, you know, millennials who are the parents of Generation Alpha now, who are basically, you know, Tico's age and younger, 13 and younger, are going to say, no. We're not doing that transitioning stuff. You're 8 years old. We're not going to put you on social media. We're not going to do that. This trans, this LGBT, all these things that happened over the last decade, BLM, Me Too, the LGBT movement, COVID, everyone getting canceled, defund the police, removing God from our country, and feminism, which has been the biggest lie. Something tells me that people are going to recognize how much this has failed America and revert to the equilibrium.
Could easily happen. By the way, Rob, can you do me a favor just to fact check me? Can you go on ChatGPT and ask the question? Ask the question on ChatGPT. Did Dwayne Wade's wife try to prevent Dwayne from finalizing the transition to their son?
And it's not Gabrielle Union. It was his
No,
original
it's the
wife.
original wife.
Yeah.
Not Gabrielle Union, but she did play a role. She did play a role.
Gabrielle Union probably
And
encouraged
not
this.
Not Dwayne Wade. His wife is what I said. Dwayne Wade's wife. Dwayne Wade's wife. Dwayne Wade's ex-wife. Yeah, ex-wife. Okay, so watch this.
I love they put a little rainbow flag.
Okay, so let's see.
The lady in Chicago,
yes,
I want to say.
there was a legal dispute
Siobhan,
between Dwayne
right?
Wade and his ex-wife, Siobhan, over their transgender daughter's transition, but it wasn't about stopping the transition. It was specifically about legal steps and timing. Their daughter, Zaya Wade, 2020 and 2022, Wade filed a petition in California to have Zaya name and legal gender marker changed. Funchess Wade filed a legal objection to the petition. In her court ruling, she argued that Wade was positioning to profit from Zaya's legal transition and asked the judge to delay until when? Until 18 years old. This objection wasn't framed as preventing Zaya's personal journey, but rather as a legal move. She claimed both parents should agree on such major decision. Ultimately, the judge granted the legal name and gender change for Zaya early 2023.
What does she argue that Wade was positioned to profit from Zaya's legal transition, meaning what? The LGBT?
Well, no, remember he started
Hollywood career, his shows.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm so glad you bring this up because Miami, Wade County.
Wade, yes.
Do you remember when his daughter or son, whatever it was, transitioned? He launched a business, a website to say if you are I think it was for trans minorities or trans colored people, and it was encouraging young kids to follow this methodology.
Yep.
That is dangerous. Forget about just profiting by yourself, selfishly. Him and Gabrielle Union.
Satan.
Translatable. This is it. A digital community and resource hub designed to support transgender and LGBTQ youth, particularly those of color, along with their families. So basically saying, hey guys, I'm going to be the Pied Piper of trans youth, people of color transitioning, but follow my lead and let me make some money off of this. Very weird what happened to Dwayne Wade.
I think this is a tragedy for people like Les Moonves and Harvey Weinstein, who have long used the casting couch to select the most beautiful actress to appear in their next film. With everybody transitioning like this, can you imagine the number of mistakes are going to be made having the wrong person on the casting couch and getting shocked? Oh no! They're going to be. And I think
Tom, that was the most hilarious, inappropriate joke ever.
And Harvey Weinstein's supposed to molest people if they can't tell the difference.
Unbelievable.
This is going to just disrupt the entire. This is going to disrupt the entire casting process that's been in place for 50 years. This is how we do it in Hollywood, and now it's all screwed up.
Ruined it.
If you're watching this, if you're cold like we are and you want to wear a sweater, you just don't know what you want that sweater to represent, we have options for you, okay? We have an entire section because of the amount of messages we got saying we need hoodies with PBD Podcast on it, Future Looks Bright on it, and of course the Vinny, Here Am I, Send Me, Faith Over Fear, the VT logo. You pick and choose. Ladies, Team USA, any of that stuff, and even the 250-year anniversary for US. Go pick and choose. Wear your hoodies. Put on the sport of Future Looks Bright. Represent while you're going out there freezing your tail off. At least these hoodies will keep you warm and excited about the fact that we have this now set up for everybody. Rob, do me a favor. Put the link below for everybody to go order, no matter what it is. Place an order for a hoodie for yourself, for your family members, for your friends, for your peers. It is definitely getting cold. 150 million Americans are freezing their tails off. And by the way, for those of you guys, the other 35% of listeners that don't live in America, I am sure it's cold where you are as well. So order a hoodie for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.